Hello students, in this video I will discuss reference to the context from the laburnum top. So let me start. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Now, related with these lines, what are the questions that can be set up? Question number 1. What is the significance of the laburnum top here? The laburnum is an Indian tree with yellow flowers. The significance of the tree top here is that the goldfinch bird has built her nest in its branch, not reachable easily, to bring up her chicks. Chicks here means the baby birds. Which season has been described in these lines? It is the autumn season. September month has also been mentioned, and we find it in this in the 4 lines, rather to say in the second line of this stanza. So let me continue. It is perhaps the fall, or it is known as the autumn season also, when the tree leaves turns yellow and the seeds fall on the ground. What commotion does the bird create? How? The arrival of the mother goldfinch is noted by her young ones. They start twittering or chirruping noisily out of joy. The silence is broken suddenly. All of a sudden, the silence is broken. Now, another 4 to 5 lines. Then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt, she entered. She means here refers to the mother goldfinch. The thickness, and a machine starts up, of chittering and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of our family. The mother goldfinch is considered to be the engine of our family. Now the first question is, to what is the goldfinch movement compared? The goldfinch movement is compared to that of a lizard. And what are the characteristics of that movement? It is sleek, number 1. It is alert, and it is abrupt also. Smooth, alert, and abrupt. Why does the poet use the word engine? Do you think it is hyperbole or exaggeration? The word engine in the extract denotes the suddenness and monotonous noise put up by the young ones of the goldfinch in the nest. The poet has definitely used hyperbole in a beautiful way. Why? To compare the sudden eruption of chitterings in the tree to that of an engine starting up. And which two sounds dominate in this extract? One is chittering and one is trillings. We call it onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is something that is related with the use of sound in a poem, and it is also an important figure of speech, onomatopoeia. That the twittering, trillings, chittering, these are related with sound word formation or sound formation, because whenever we spelt it, we denote it related with some sound, and so it is related with onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is actually a figure of speech. I am moving on to some more lines and the questions that will follow after that. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity marks. Then with airy is something that is strange, uncanny. Delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Again, with her departure, with her arrival, it seems that life is relieved or regenerated in the laburnum tree. But when she moves out, it seems that again the tree is in silence, totally in silence. There lies the significance of this line. She launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Who does she refer to? What does she stoke? What is the identification marks of the bird? And one more question, What do you notice about the beginning and ending of the poem? She here refers to the small singing mother bird goldfinch. She stokes or sets in motion the noise created by young ones in the nest when she brings some food for them. The young ones goes on twittering and making noises. The little singing bird can be recognized from the stripes on her face. The poem starts or opens with silence and stillness on the tree top. The poem closes with the emptiness or silence that returns after the bird has flown away. The poem also closes with the laburnum tree. Again, here I quote, subsides to stillness or emptiness. Again, with the departure of the goldfinch bird. So, there lies the significance of the poem. The laburnum tree itself is silent, but all of a sudden it revives. And there is a bit of noise also with the arrival of the goldfinch bird. But again, when the goldfinch bird departures or goes out of the laburnum tree, again the laburnum tree subsides to emptiness or empty. So there lies the significance of the lines. Dear students, go through the reference to the context question answers that I tried to explain and clarify your doubts if any. Thank you.